coming up on Coastin' Through Europe.
Holy crap, look at that. That is so sick. Is that what marmalization looks like?
Yep, it's a no-go. Still down.
Apparently we're gonna go do some world-class boat ride with the best animatronics in the world.
It's still not open, but hopefully soon.
Do you like Colin the Caterpillar?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Good morning from the Alton Towers Resort. We just woke up at the Enchanted Village Woodland Lodges here on site, which is like so cool that we're literally now just walking into the park via the Galactica gate.
I know, this is really, really cool. So it's my second visit to Alton Towers. The first time, I want to say we just drove up in the morning to get here.
Yeah, and then we stayed for our second day in Stoke-on-Trent. So
yeah.
This was like completely different. It was really, really cool.
No, it was really, really cool. Like, we got in kind of late last night because we did everything at Thorpe, and it's like a good 3 hours to get from Thorpe to here. So I wish that I had more time to like kind of just gawk at how cute they are, but like they are so beautiful. They remind me of like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's definitely the vibe. Also right next door was the stargazing pods in the Alton Towers Hotel. So like everything is literally right there. And then we're gonna walk into the park from the side entrance, not the main entrance. So we don't need to hop on the monorail or take that extra long walk. So
yeah,
very, very cool.
I get to start off my morning by riding new Nemesis. I never rode the old one though. So it's not really new in the same sense that it is to other people. It's just new.
No, I'm still really excited for it. Like the hype around this thing was so cool seeing it reopen.
Yeah.
Visually, it looks very, very impressive.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, let's head into the Forbidden Valley.
Right here, one like best right. All right, welcome into the Forbidden Valley and our first view of new Nemesis. Holy crap, look at that. That is so cool.
Yeah, I mean, when I was here last time, it's just construction walls. But they even have a guy standing outside who like really looks like a security guard. He's all like,
yeah.
That's sick. And like, you saw the track in the parking lot, but seeing it up around the park is like a totally different story. Whoa.
It looks so cool. Look at that. Hey, look at it. All right, slight change of plans. Nemesis was not ready. They need a little extra time to get it ready in the morning, so we came over here to Wicker Man, and that will be our first ride of the day. So there you can see them sending a test train. This thing is fantastic. It is so, so good. And of course, Bob over here looking mighty, mighty fine. And that'll be us shortly.
All right, off we go. Our first ride of the day here on Wicker Man.
In the back row.
I know. This is the best seat on this ride.
Which I have not ridden in before.
You've never done the back row?
You were with me the only time I was here.
That's right. I forgot about that. Whoa. Some laterals there coming out of that tunnel.
Yeah.
I forgot that you hadn't done the back row.
No, because you can't pick your seat.
That's right. Yeah, they are pretty strict here about that. But yeah, if you get the opportunity to do the back, it's where you gotta get it.
I mean, well, here I am.
I remember, I mean, we just did this about a year ago, but I think you said this was one of your favorite rides in all of the UK.
It was. It is. I mean, we just said Hyperia, so that's definitely one of them. Smile is one of them. Maybe Stealth is one of them.
Okay.
I haven't done Nemesis yet.
Yeah.
As of when we're recording this right now. By the end of the day, hopefully I will have.
But I think that means a lot that this ride is one of your top coasters in the UK, and it's a family coaster.
Yeah, it's that good.
Woo! Whoa! Oh my gosh! Whoa! Out of your seat airtime! Whoa! Oh my gosh! Oh!
Jeez Louise!
It's fast! Wow!
Yeah, it is. Oh my god!
Oh! Woo!
What a way to wake up in the
I
morning.
know! And by the end of the day, this thing's gonna be flying.
I know, the fact that it's already doing this and it's like the first ride of the day.
This drop is so good back here.
Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Whoa! Another speed hill. Whoa! Whenever you go through the fog, you get like damp from it.
I know, it's nice.
And there it is. And another train going literally right over our heads. The operations here are awesome.
Oh, they're so fast. It's crazy.
Yeah, they run 3 trains on this thing. It is
wildly impressive. It's always moving. Yeah, I have a lot of fun on this thing. It's one of those rides that, like, when you come here to Alton Towers, you want to get on multiple times.
Yeah, because it deserves like a towards the front and a towards the back ride, honestly.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Because they have a totally different vibe. Like, you get a higher sense of speed up front, but the airtime in the back is like awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like haunt.
It smells like Halloween Horror Nights in here.
That's so funny. Yeah. Great ride, great ride. And here we are, back in the Forbidden Valley. We're about to go for a ride on Nemesis. We were taking in all this new theming. It looks so cool. They did a really, really nice job with this.
So here's a crazy fact. The thunder thing right there on the helicopter is a reference to this area as it was known back in the 90s, Thunder Valley. Little Easter egg for the nerds like us.
Yeah, and they used to be home to King's Dominion Shuttle Loop.
Shuttle Loop, which sat right here.
That is so cool.
So the spike would go right here. And right here is the queue line as well. It's still abandoned to this day.
Wow. That's wild, but that shuttle loop still exists in Brazil. But I love this Easter egg, that's awesome. This looks new as well. That's like updated game stand. It looks awesome. They gave everything this like sleek black and red and white look. Looks so good. Sarah, you're finally getting to see this land in its full potential.
Well, yeah, like I said, it was all construction walls before. So, but it was like, while it was construction walls, it was like themed construction walls, where it was like containment area, like do not enter, blah, blah, blah. And it was like really kind of cool.
Yeah.
But this is cooler.
No, and this is our first time being able to like check out all the details from here, because when we walked in earlier, we pretty much just bypassed this because we found out pretty immediately that the ride was not ready yet. So like, okay, let's get on Wicker Man before everyone else. That was our first time seeing it cycle. It looks fantastic, but we did notice it is quieter. You said this thing is filled with sand?
It's filled with sands because the original made quite a loud noise, and Alton Towers was a thing with locals that are not allowed to build above the tree heights. This ride made a loud noise, so for this time they filled it with sand.
Yeah.
Sand.
It's coarse and rough.
Yeah,
gets everywhere. Yeah. That's just so interesting because we were like, oh, we'll hear Nemesis go because it's so loud, but then it went and we're like, oh, completely missed it.
No, like obviously it still has the B&M roar, but it's like they turn the volume down.
Oh, there it is. The eye. That is so sick. It's dispatching and you can hear still the original Nemesis soundtrack going throughout the entire plaza. Oh, yeah. They're still sending test trains, but hopefully we'll be on this very, very soon. There's something cool that we're just being told from the locals is that all these veins were hand painted by a local graffiti artist. That is so much track to do hand painting on. That is amazing. There are protesters here as theming.
That's awesome. Because you know in real life this would happen.
Yeah.
Right? They'd be like, it's not scary. It loves us. We just can't tell.
That is wild. Oh my gosh.
I love it.
You can see more Nemesis eggs right there, like the ones in Subterra. That's so cool. And then you can also see it says Asset SW3. So that stands for Secret Weapon 3, which was the project name for Nemesis.
Have you seen my bus anywhere?
No, no.
I'm supposed to be doing a tour.
You're doing a tour?
But one minute I was driving along, and then this giant tentacle burst out the road. Next thing I know, I wake up in a ditch, a big ditch, and I crawl out the ditch, and I've got this horrendous headache, and I got that thing where you can't remember. Ambrosia. That's it. I'm gonna keep looking for me bus. If you want to do the tour, it should be down there, I think. I want to keep on looking.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out for it. Yeah, we'll let you know if we find your bus.
All right, plan C. Nemesis Subterra. Still Nemesis related. It's all good.
Regular Nemesis is sending lots of test trains, but we think it's going to be a bit longer. So we're going to do this because it's a 15-minute wait.
Also, it's worth noting we have the gold fast track today, but that does not include this ride.
Yes.
But it'll include a lot of other ones.
The most significant of these finds have been made accessible to the public under strictly controlled security conditions.
And as we've mentioned in previous times doing this attraction, this is something we're going to need to put all of our loose items in the baggage hold before going inside. So we'll see you guys after we do Nemesis Subterra.
That is such a cool attraction. Like, it is a full, complete experience. Even after you're done with the ride portion, there's still more to come.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like one of the scariest like rides out there. I mean, I've done it once before, so I knew what to expect. Even having known what to expect, it's still kind of spooky, if I'm being honest with you.
The best thing is just watching the reaction of people that haven't been on there. That's the best thing. It's so funny, but it's a great attraction. They've done it really well.
You like it, Harry?
You don't expect scare actors to be in there at the end, so when they just jump out of you from behind the fences, you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. It's so good.
And now that we're off, we're back here checking out Nemesis to see if it is open, and it is still not open, but they are still doing test runs, so hopefully soon. Might go do Galactica while we wait.
Have you touched anything like this today?
No, I haven't.
Have you not? Good. If you do, walk it off. It's very radioactive stuff.
All right, I'll keep my distance. No, it's radioactive, Sarah. You can't touch it.
Nemesis tentacles.
It's a Nemesis tentacle?
Here, just over there. They're growing everywhere because the creature is trying to break free
Oh my God.
from our experimentation. We don't know why, because we're not causing harm to it as much as people say we are. We're just looking after the creature to protect you guys, you know.
So you care about it?
Absolutely we
Okay,
do.
good.
Absolutely we do.
This is wild.
I love it. I love that it's like the whole area has like actors like bringing it to life. It's not just visual.
And this was not here last year. This is all centered around Nemesis being back.
I love that. I love that they're putting all of this into like just like a refurb version of a ride. Like, it's amazing.
And here is the current progress on Project Ocean. You can literally see people working on it. There's huge work walls up here. We're thinking it's the flat ride. This is gonna be cool. Nice new addition here.
Remember that bloke we saw earlier who was looking for his bus?
Yeah.
I found it.
Oh no! His bus!
I know, I want to go grab him and be like, here it is.
I found your bus.
He'll forget in 5 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
There goes another test train. Oh, this poor bus.
Check
Whoa.
that is sick.
Oh my gosh.
That is
How much
awesome.
this is worth?
That
How much
is
is it
so
worth?
cool.
About $1.5 million.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
That is detailed.
Holy cow. That's awesome.
This is a gift shop, guys. Oh, and there's the story of Nemesis. I don't have time to read it, but I'm sure it's interesting. I'm genuinely confused about this. The Nemesis Reborn tracker is manufactured in Utah, but Claremont Steel Fabricators is in Ohio. What did like Intermountain Lift build the track? Like I don't know. That doesn't make any sense because like Claremont is B&M's like very specific fabricator, so this has got to be a mistake, right? There's no way that it was at manufactured in Utah. It has to be.
That's the mistake.
What do you got?
I found the best piece of merch because it has absolutely nothing to do with the ride other than
Yeah, it does.
where's their monkey in the ride? Exactly. But I love it.
What's behind you?
Yeah, I was just looking at it. It's,
Wow.
yeah, ride vehicle. It's really cool.
That's the original train.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That is very, very cool. John Wardley has a book, Creating My Own Nemesis. It's an autobiography. Wow.
Check that out.
Wow.
I love these like models that they have for each of the rides.
Yeah,
Very
we
cool.
saw one in the Wicker Man gift shop just now.
They're awesome.
That is so cool. The Nemesis trains have traveled 1,500,000 miles, which is the equivalent of going around the Earth 60 times. Holy crap. And here we are at Galactica. Let's go for a ride, which I'm not gonna lie, this is now a little odd being here when you have all of Forbidden Valley like tied into this new version of Nemesis that it's all just feels so cohesive that now having a space theme is a little strange. I can't help but wonder if they're gonna retheme this like eventually. So this is what our fast track looks like. We get one ride on each of the attractions listed here. So we're gonna go through the fast track entrance and skip the main line.
Station 2 for me,
Well,
please.
thank you.
Okay, so if you didn't notice, he's just like the Phalanx people. So there's like rumblings that this ride might be rethemed to kind of fit the Nemesis Forbidden Valley thing. And honestly, I think it would work really well.
It certainly could use a repaint.
Or
that's
just a
for
power
sure.
wash.
A good power wash. But if they retheme it, then they definitely need to give it a new color scheme. Harry, you had a cool idea for what they should retheme it to.
Yes, so I think that this will be rethemed to a phalanx training facility themed to fighter jets and military defense to try and fight off a Nemesis monster and to tie in with the area. So the phalanx are trying to defeat Nemesis, and Nemesis is always fighting back with her intensity.
I love that idea.
That's brilliant.
This station never bothered me beforehand, but now that we're here, I'm like, wow, this wall is really blank, and there's like nothing going on over here. And the idea of just tying this all into Nemesis, I just feel like there's so much potential you could do with this space.
So, when I was in the States, I was talking to you guys about how I'd never had a funnel cake, and you were shocked.
Yeah.
Then I said I didn't like it, which you were shocked about, because it was awful. Sorry.
They're not that good.
So,
They're really good. Don't listen to them.
So, as compensation for that, I bought a bunch of quintessential British snacks for you guys to try and maybe be disappointed about.
Yay!
I bought a selection. So the
starting
first
with
one
this.
is Jaffa Cakes, which there's an argument in the UK whether or not these are biscuits or cakes. So
Looks like a biscuit to me.
Whoa.
So it's a cake with like an orange filling.
Okay, so texturally, it does feel like a cake on the inside.
Oh, really?
Yes, but it is very much a cookie. It's very orangey. Whoa.
Well, it was definitely weird, but it kind of grew on me, so I don't hate it. I don't know. Stay tuned for more weird British snacks coming up soon.
We're gonna go check on Nemesis one more time, and if it's not open, then we're gonna head out of Forbidden Valley. But yeah, again, work walls just all around us.
It's cycling. I don't think there's no people on it though. Not
No, but they're sending train after train.
Yep, it's a no-go. Still down. So we're gonna go try Crestfallen Manor.
And I'm actually really glad that we did this earlier because it is up to a 50-minute wait and is not included on our fast track. Here we are at this very impressive facade. This was new for last year, so we got to take a ride on it. This was the repurposed dual dark ride. It used to be a shooter, and it was okay, but this is a lot better.
It's got tons of different like effects, and there's like actually like some good scares.
Yeah, I really like this one. And it's only a 10-minute wait, so we don't even need our fast track.
Aside from the owner's only child.
Okay, so next treats.
We're doing treats again?
Percy Pigs.
What? What is it?
This is a Percy.
All right.
What?
It's kind of like a gummy.
You love it.
I feel bad about eating him. He's so cute. All right, I'll eat yours first. This is a you snack.
All right.
He like loves gummy stuff. I'm more like.
I definitely had better gummies. It's not bad though.
So this is just a block of gingerbread. I just go in.
No, it's little slices.
Oh.
So what is it?
It is a traditional British gingerbread. Goes back about 100 years. That's made in the Lake District, which is one of our national parks in England.
Wow. That is really good.
All right, we have a winner.
We got one I like.
Some beautiful views of the gardens here as we are making our way to the back of the park for Rita and 13. Yeah, awesome views of the towers. I heard that they recently opened them up where you can do like guided tours between the towers and the gardens and stuff. That's awesome. If we had more time, I'd be down for it. I've actually never been up in the towers. I know that prior to when I started visiting, you used to be able to like just walk in there and get some cool views from the top, but maybe one day.
Another trip to Alton Towers, another time without doing Hex. It is still under refurbishment. I'm sure it'll be great when it opens, but it is kind of a bummer that we've come here twice now and it's not open. Maybe someday. Maybe someday.
We just did a creepy ride. Time to do another creepy ride. 13 currently has a 60-minute wait, but we're going through the fast track.
I was gonna say, all the rides here are creepy, man.
I know.
What have we done so far? I mean, we look at Nemesis, which is aliens.
Subterra.
Also aliens.
Wicker Man.
Wicker Man, Sacrifice.
Galactica's fine.
Yeah, Galactica is fine. You're space, I guess. That's not really creepy. Oh, we did Curse of Alton Manor.
Yep, creepy.
Scary little girl.
Yep.
There's a lot of creepy things there. Smiler, very creepy. So we'll get to that.
A front row ride there on 13. It's a very cool family coaster.
It is. It's a very cool family coaster. Spoilers if you don't want to know. The drop track is really fun. And I love the backwards section. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's like really twisty. The drop track is like a fake drop at first, and then it does like a real big drop. It's like awesome. Unfortunately, leading up to that point, it's definitely kind of a drag. Like, it's whatever, you know. It's the highlight is from the drop track onwards.
I mean, the highlight is probably those trims on the drop because it's so like, did that just happen? That was weird.
Yeah. I also really think that the like launch from the brake run into the station is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, like why? I love it though. It's great. It's a really fun ride.
Okay, so next treats, Monster Munch.
If you had to give it a rating.
I hate these.
Okay, so 0.
I hate these. Quite cute about them.
Does that mean you hate us?
So, yes. So they're crisps, or chips, if you want to be like that.
If you want to be American.
They're monster feet.
I can smell it from over here.
So, all in one.
All in one?
This is pickled onion.
Pickled onion?
So you picked the worst flavor.
Yep.
We're good.
What?
It tastes like a puffy Chex Mix.
Doesn't it kind of remind you of a cheese puff?
Yeah, it's like a cheese puff. It's not that bad. It really could be worse.
Rita was actually pretty awesome. We did the back car, and the launch is great. Really awesome pacing. It's quick though.
The launch is really fun, but then when it does like the turn, like right after the launch, I always like hit my head on the restraint.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not supposed to do that, but I always do.
The second turn, I think it is also like considerably more shaky than the other moments.
Yeah.
That part I was like, whoa, what's going on? I think it's the part that goes over the 13 entrance. And the restraints smell terrible. Those shoulder things, I don't know what it is, but
It's on every ride that has them, it's not just this one.
Intamin coaster that has them, they always smell awful.
Yeah, why? What is up with that?
Gerstlauers are always worse.
Gerstlauers,
Oh, yeah.
Are you
the
talking
smell.
about the smell or
Yeah,
the
Gerstlauer
ride
restraints stink. They are so well known.
That
They
is
are
fair.
awful. The over the shoulders, the pads. Just sit forward, so
You don't have to smell it.
You avoid the headband, you avoid the smell. It's a winner.
It's a win-win.
The last area we need to cover is X Sector. We're gonna go for a ride on the Smiler because Nemesis still isn't open.
Do you want to see a spelling error?
Sure.
Disappear.
Wow. I will say though, this queue feels like a prison. The whole thing is just like this. Wow.
I've been marmalized.
Is that what marmalization looks like? No, stop, please. Turn it off.
We just got a front row ride on the Smiler.
Yeah, I really like this. I love this ride. I can't remember if it was in versions 10, 11, and 12, or 11, 12, and 13 that were big owies. But all the other ones, you know what? You got 14 inversions and only 3 of them hurt. That's a win in my book.
That's still higher percentage of good inversions versus not good inversions.
Yeah.
That thing is relentless. It just throws you and throws you. It's nonstop. Like we were saying, when you hit the mid-course before you start the second lift, it feels like that's where a normal ride would end.
But no, it's only halfway. I am a huge fan of this ride. But it's funny because usually I'm not super inversion heavy, like into that stuff. Gerstlauer is usually not my favorite. Like, this is awesome. I love it. It was like the best theme ever.
How do you guys like the Smiler?
I like the Smiler. It's if you ride it properly, it's very enjoyable. If you don't ride it properly, it can be a headband.
That is a very fair statement. What do you think?
Yeah, no, boys liked it. It's a little bit rough towards the end now, but yeah.
You rode in the back row, so how was that?
No, it was all right actually. Not too bad. Enjoy the music. Just come out like, oh.
I wouldn't want to wait in a full queue with that soundtrack.
No.
For 80
10
minutes.
10 minutes was fine. 80 minutes, no way.
Not so much. What do you think?
Smile always.
Smile always.
Smile always.
About a 40-minute wait for Oblivion, but it looks like we're just completely bypassing it to go up the fast track line. Amazing views of the Smiler. One of the best vantage points in the park. Yes, like that, exactly. All right, guys, we all just did the back row of Oblivion. Pretty good job. What do you think of it?
It's very good. It's the best drop on any dive coaster, and if you can get room, the air time's insane.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
fair.
very short. It just literally a turn that pulls nothing, and that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. What about you, Jamie?
None of your dive coasters in the States can compare to that. Maybe Secret.
You're right. They can't compare. Ours are a lot better. I do wish that hold were longer, but I also understand why. It's apparently because of too much screaming at the top, and it was too loud for the locals, so they had to make it a very, very short hold.
So, I'm not very patriotic about many British foods. However, Colin, the caterpillar, is one I will defend to my grave. If you ask any British person, do you like Colin the caterpillar, they will light
Here, we'll
up
test
with
that. Hey,
delight.
question for you. Do you like Colin the caterpillar?
Yeah.
All right, see, there you go.
See?
Look at that. Okay. Oh, that was pretty good.
Oh, that is good.
I like that. That's the best one so far.
You can have it.
Hey, so you like Colin the caterpillar?
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Sean and Charlotte, good to see you guys. You guys just got back from a huge Asia trip.
We did.
Like literally like a few days ago. Just at this point, this video will be coming out like after you've been back for like a while. But like, how was it?
It was amazing. No, we had a great time. Obviously, it's so different out there, isn't it? Different culture, different operations, and things like 10-minute dispatches and stuff. But you know what? It's great fun. Like we really enjoyed it, didn't we? Oh, Tokyo Disney holiday.
Tokyo
Fantasy
Disney.
Springs. Amazing. Fantasy Springs.
Good,
And
good.
congratulations on these, baby.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
I'm not even gonna lie, we spun so much on Spinball Wizard. We had everyone else go and the car head, so it was just us in
We
the
sat
next
on the
one.
same side.
Holy crap.
That was very dizzying. That's a fun ride though, but I don't really understand it in the context of Alton Towers because everything here is like really nice and like feels very purposeful, and this kind of feels like a carnival installation compared to everything else. And everything else here is so dark, and this is like, yay, bright orange track. It's the Spinball Wizard. I'm like, I'm not really getting it.
It's a little odd.
But I guess
yeah.
we have to have a family coaster that isn't dark and spooky.
Yeah, it's a fun ride, and I hadn't done that since like 2018, and it's a good layout. It is.
Yeah, apparently we're gonna go do some world-class boat ride with the best animatronics in the world. That's what they're telling us, so.
We're entering Sabibi's land. Someone who's British, explain what this is.
What is a CBB?
It's a award-winning children's television network.
10 years old this year as well. 10
Wow.
year celebration.
This land is really, you'd agree with me, world-class.
It is world-class
Yeah.
land.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
So
I mean,
we're
look at it.
We're going to go check
I mean,
out
it's pretty cute, I
In the
won't
Night
lie.
Garden, which this year, along with Nemesis, had the most amount of money put into a refurb project.
No comment, no comment.
You know what? You told us earlier that, like, oh, Monster Munch is gonna be the worst one, and we ended up liking it, so maybe we'll end up loving this so much.
Sean, you said this has world-class animatronics.
Oh, it does. Wait until you see Up to Daisy. You'll be blown away.
There's Upsy Daisy, Macca, the Harloons,
Iggle Piggle.
Iggle Piggle.
Piggle, piggle.
If you think we're making these names up,
They
we're
sound
not.
so made up. What is going on here? This is so weird. Look at the sheep. Here we go. There's absolutely no line for this. Wow, we're the only ones here.
In the summer holidays, people will wait 80 minutes for this.
No way.
I'm not even joking.
Well, clearly it's going to be worth it because we're about to see world-class animatronics. Wow, would you look at this? Absolutely beautiful.
I was just saying, we have the newlyweds here on their honeymoon.
Whoa! We're leaning.
This is our honeymoon.
This is very romantic, isn't it? Is something going to come out?
Something's going to come out.
Oh no.
Wait for it. Oh, I see it over there. Oh, we're off to a rough start.
Sorry.
Whoa!
Wait, do you know the name of that one?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, amateurs.
Wow.
Whoa.
Look at that.
That's pretty complex.
Amazing. A lot of money went into these animatronics.
Oh, yeah.
I see that.
10 years old.
It Rise of the Resistance who?
Literally. What is that? This is horrifying. No, put your skirt down. That's not modest.
My God.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe this is a real thing.
He's like Blue Gumby.
Sarah just called this thing a piece of candy corn.
They're like, that's the blob, like that's a mascot.
They're like, he's an icon. I'm like, okay.
So my name's Jamie, but my mum sometimes calls me a jammy dodger. So these are more so biscuits than a Jaffa cake, which we had earlier, and they've kind of got like a raspberry filling, I think. And they might have been crushed a bit in my bag, but I'm good. Yeah.
It looks like a Girl Scout cookie.
There we go.
The best thing to do with these, though, controversial, is you bite the top off or pick the top off, then scrape your teeth on the jam, and then have
You're
the
just
bottom
describing an Oreo cookie.
Yeah.
I can
All
try
right,
that.
I'll take one. Thank you. They're pretty good. They're not bad.
I can mess around with the Jamie Dodgers, the Eagle Piggles, the Waka Flockas.
I remember these guys from last time.
Yeah, all of them.
George. Is that like their species name or just George? It's just George. It's just George. So we're walking over to Wicker Man because Nemesis still isn't open. We have about an hour till park close. Started raining again.
It has rained every day of our trip so far. Although I've heard Germany is nicer.
Yeah.
As far as weather, so when we get there, hopefully it'll be good.
That part will be fine, but
Switzerland, I don't know. That's a question mark.
everything from Ireland and in the UK has been rain. And here we go. They just sent a train through here and a bunch of fires shot up. So like the fire effects are working, which I think is the first time I've actually seen them work.
I don't think they were working last time. But
No, definitely not.
how does it not catch on fire if it's made of wicker?
Another ride there on Wicker Man for us. That time we sat towards the middle, but I mean, it's really good in any seat.
Yeah, and it's warmed up a bit. We rode it like first thing in the morning, and it was running a little slower. Now it's like kicked it up a notch.
You need to let it warm up.
You need to come back at Scarefest. That's when you need to come.
I want to so bad. I really want a night ride on this thing.
These two are really pushing us to come. They're like, you guys gotta come and do it.
Next time you come, you've got to come for some night rides. Definitely. Do some UK stuff at night. You'd love it.
I mean, the night rides here I feel would be fantastic. Like I'm trying to like imagine, and I feel like they'd be really, really good.
This whole ride was marketed as like, you know, showing images of what it would look like at night.
Then why did we close at 4?
Yeah, literally, 4 o'clock close is not good. Not good.
You said it's gotten better though over time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it has. Yeah, definitely. But 6 o'clock. That's a nice time.
Yeah, I remember first time I came here, they closed at like 4. So definitely better. But I mean, as locals, do you feel like this is a satisfying wooden roller coaster to have here? Because like it's definitely good, but obviously it's not as high thrill as maybe some people would have liked. But you guys were obviously waiting a long time for this ride.
As a lifelong Alton Towers fan, like I've been waiting years for a wooden coaster here. It may not be the wooden coaster that all of us wanted and dreamed of, the Cross Valley project, but you know what? I'll take this. Like, it's a great ride. It's a good GCI. It's not the best GCI. It's not the worst. It's just a good fun ride, and it fits in nice with this park. And it's not just the coaster, it's the theme package, isn't it, that really makes it full package ride.
Even if it's not high thrill, I think the human sacrifice element adds to the thrill of it.
Right? The statue over there.
We love our
so
dark
cool.
themes in the UK, you know.
It's awesome. You guys are wild. All right. Sean, Charlotte, it was so good to see you guys.
Thank you so much. Have an amazing trip. Have a good time. Enjoy.
And so, just like that, we are on our way out of Alton Towers, bookending our Wicker Man rides, starting the day with it and also ending it. And you know what? It was a good day, all things considered. Obviously, it sucks the Nemesis didn't open.
I know. Like, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed, because the first time I came here, it was not an option to ride at all because they were under construction for the new version. I accepted that. And then coming back this time and still not being able to do it definitely stings a little bit because, I mean, I don't live in the UK, so it's like kind of a whole ordeal coming out here, right? And,
yeah, I think what made it hurt almost more was seeing it test so much. Like,
all
literally
day.
being there right at open, seeing it go test cycle after test cycle, all the characters were like, oh yeah, it's gonna open soon. Like, we'll come back in after 1 ride, then we come back after 2 rides, we come back after 3 rides. And then we're like, okay.
It didn't.
Yeah, so that was unexpected. It makes me, like, I don't know what is going on, but I think whatever it is must be serious, because if it was sending test cycle after test cycle and didn't open, that tells you something was legitimately wrong.
Yeah, and I know we had some friends that were out here recently and had some struggles getting on it, so I don't know. It could be like a recurring problem. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I would say if you are planning a visit out here to Alton Towers, to check out Nemesis Reborn, just prepare yourself, maybe build in some buffer time.
Maybe by the time this comes out, it won't be a problem anymore.
Yeah. We don't have that luxury. This is our last park of the trip. We were originally talking about doing Drayton Manor, but their new coaster is not open, so we're not gonna go.
We're gonna fly to Birmingham tomorrow. We're gonna do Warwick Castle tomorrow. We're gonna visit Cadbury, which would be cool. But we got on literally everything else today.
Yes.
Literally everything, and it was spectacular. Like, we didn't have to wait too long for things because of the fast track. It was great.
Yeah, the fast track was a huge plus. Made it really manageable because, like, it was a pretty busy day here. Like, this is school season, so there were a lot of kids. Yeah,
a lot of kids.
I also thought it was funny that we both got to experience a new ride with that little derpy boat ride.
Oh yeah,
that was so funny.
Well, I did get a new cred today, the Spinball Wizard. That was
nice. You did. Yeah.
Woohoo. Not the cred I was looking for, but it's the cred I got. So such is life.
Yeah. So there you have it. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to hop in the car and go over to a traditional English pub, get some dinner because we are very hungry.
Yup.
And then we are going to show you guys our hotel, which is actually at Warwick Castle.
Yeah.
So that should be pretty neat. Let's go. All right, we have arrived at our destination. It is called the Bluebell and is truly in the countryside because it smells like
fish.
I was gonna say cow manure.
Really, I smell fish.
I don't know, a weird
Maybe
combination of both. Wow.
It's really nice. I'm like, is this the Rose and Crown pub at Epcot?
I mean, it might be.
It feels like it.
Look at these pods. This is what we're eating in. This is so fun. Our food has arrived. I got some duck teriyaki, actually fantastic. What'd you get?
Korean beef skewers, and I was kindly gifted mushy peas, which apparently is an English delicacy.
Well, speaking of an English delicacy, you got fish and chips.
Yes.
How is it?
Brilliant, but I don't like the mushy peas. So
oh, okay.
You guys have got to try them though.
A full rack of ribs. That looks fantastic.
Yeah, literally half a big.
I like peas normally, but these are off-putting.
They're horrible.
Nope.
She doesn't like the mushy peas. I'm not even gonna lie. That was probably the best meal I've had in England.
I would agree. That was delicious.
I've been kind of hard on the UK's food. I don't know. I haven't really had too many meals that have blown me away, but that was awesome.
And we got all of our fun Raleigh Dodger snacks earlier. That wasn't right, was it? Raleigh Jammy Dodger.
Jammy Dodger.
Jammy Dodger, Jolly Roger. I called it a Jolly Roger earlier.
Whatever. This place was good. The Bluebell here in Kurt Langley.
That sounds like a name. Kurt Langley.
Oh, I know Kurt. Great guy. And welcome to our final stop of the night. About an hour drive away from Alton Towers. We're staying on site at Warwick Castle in Birmingham.
What?
This is wild. Yeah, we're going to the castle tomorrow, and that will be our final stop before we head to Switzerland for the next leg of our trip. Get a load of this. Oh my gosh, why is this on the walls? It's like a freaking trebuchet. Wow, this is so cool. What a day though. I'm actually exhausted.
Yeah, I looked on the Apple Health app and it said we did 20,000 steps. I don't know how many miles that is, but I know it's a lot.
All things considered, I think this was actually a really good day, really productive.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like we said, Nemesis is definitely a buzzkill, but I mean, it's just, that was the reason we originally decided to go to Alton Towers, but as you've seen by now, we got to do a little bit of on-ride filming, which was like super rewarding.
Yeah.
Because that's a really tricky park to do that at. So I think that was like a huge like win overall.
Yeah, we're really appreciative of the team of Alton Towers for granting us permission to do that.
And it's a lovely
that meant
park.
a lot. Yeah, and just the park is just fantastic.
I can't
it
recommend
really is
it
good.
enough. It's so different than most parks because it doesn't play on like this like element of joy and whimsical. It's like it plays on like your fears and creepiness and unsettling feelings, and it's so cool. It's such a different environment, and I so love the quirkiness.
Yeah, it's not a perfect park. It's not without its flaws. I would love to see the food game improved in the future. I feel like
just kind of the UK.
That's but like also
Except
Thorpe
for where we
Park. I
ate
thought
earlier.
that too. Yeah, I think that would be a nice improvement in the future. I'm excited for the park next year, even with like Project Ocean, like a new flat in Forbidden Valley. I think that could be really, really cool.
Yeah.
Eventually Project Horizon. Like these are all like gonna be really, really solid improvements.
Great things on the horizon.
Definitely. Yeah. So I'm sure we'll be back at some point. I don't know when, but I look forward to doing Nemesis then. Yeah. So we hope that you guys enjoyed this video. The next one is going to be from, I believe, Connieland over in Switzerland. Switzerland's one and only theme park. So that should be really, really cool. I'm excited to see that. Yeah, definitely. So we hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And of course, make sure to stay tuned for more here at Coaster Studios. And we'll see you next time. Next up on Coasting Through Europe.
This is awful.
Oh! I blacked out on the loop.
That was bizarre.
Oh. Is that Tucci? Whoa! I kid you not, the bear just dispatched us.